Right now, let's go to line number one. Welcome back to the show, Mr. William Gary, and he is with Tri-C's Workforce, Community, and Economic Development Division. He came here from, Northern Virginia Community College? Is that where you came from?
That's correct. That's correct. And it's good to be back with you again.
Yeah. We had John a couple of months ago talking about your new position, and apparently you're making some headway over there at Tri-C. I was really excited to read about this grant. And, I have to tell you this. We talk, this is a labor union show, and I've been, over the years, I've been doing the show for 18 years. We hear so much about how manufacturing has changed. We have this advanced manufacturing today. A lot of people don't truly understand what that means, but these are jobs that require certain skills. And you hear all the time about employers saying, you know what, we've got job openings, but they don't know how to do the job. So talk to me. What happened here?
Well, I think technology happened, quite frankly. I'm reminded of my first position out of undergraduate school, which was with Lucan Steel Company in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. And going back to those days where you had literally smokestack types of production processes, that whole process has changed now. It's computerized, it's mechanized, so it requires a different set of skills, an integrated set of skills where workers not only know one particular aspect of the production process, but they know the entire production line and can integrate those skill sets towards completion of an outcome product. That's what we're trying to train towards.
All right, and what's going to help is this grant apparently comes from the Alcoa Foundation. Achieving the Dream is what this is all about. And apparently a chunk of money Tri-C is going to share in this with other community colleges, I understand?
That's correct. The Achieving the Dream organization is a national nonprofit that's dedicated to increasing community college student access. And it's comprised of select community colleges throughout the nation who have best practices in terms of completing student success, student access, and that grant that we received is in collaboration with Westmoreland County Community College in Pennsylvania and Muskegon Community College in Michigan. Together, this grant helps us to identify local employers, to convene those employers so that we can discuss not only their skill sets, but what do the community college systems need to do in order to align their programs to meet those particular skill requirements. In essence, it helps us to increase our bandwidth, to collaborate with these industries, to develop new curriculum, identify new equipment that aligns with those program skills, and then it helps us to accelerate our agenda to help meet the needs and increase the pipelines of workers for those particular industries.
Do we have a dollar figure on this? What kind of money is going to be coming in?
The grant was almost $500,000 in funding from Alcoa, which was significant. Alcoa has recently helped Tri-C underwrite its new ideation fab lab. This is a lab that we are creating in line with this new advanced technology. And so Alcoa recognizes the need to assist community colleges in this effort, and they are one organization that's stepped up to the plate.
Now, that $500,000, is that your share of it?
No, it's going to be, I'm assuming, equally distributed amongst the 3 participating colleges. I wish it were, by the
way. Especially Michigan. We don't want Michigan in there. We're big Buck. I'm a big Buckeye fan here, and that OSU Michigan thing is a big deal. So
absolutely. But one of the saving graces in this is that each of the participating colleges will be in a position to share their respective programs. So it gives us scale, it gives us the opportunity to replicate existing programs, and we can utilize dollars that we receive from Alcoa towards other more advanced technology innovation.
Now, Mr. Gary, are you aware of other municipalities around the nation, or is this something that's kind of just happening here in Northeastern Ohio? Because, as you well know, we've lost a lot of manufacturing jobs over the years, and there's been a push to this high-tech manufacturing that we're talking about. Now, is this something that's kind of unique to the area?
I think it's unique in the sense that manufacturing here in Northeast Ohio and Ohio in general still represents a core industry sector for growth and future job opportunity. While this kind of an opportunity may exist throughout the nation, the preponderance of this kind of an industry sector resonates right here in Northeast Ohio. And so it gives us the opportunity to grow and expand the manufacturing sector to create opportunities for folk who can move into the manufacturing arena.
I like that. So do you have a lot of people that are currently enrolled in Tri-C dealing with what we're talking about right now?
We have, but we'd like to expand our footprint into the community to offer opportunities for individuals who currently don't have knowledge of the opportunities in the manufacturing sector. We need to expand our knowledge base into the local high schools so that students can be prepared early on and identify opportunities in manufacturing. So I would think that this gives us additional bandwidth to increase our applicant flow and our student enrollments.
Let's do that right now. Let's make a pitch. Pretend you're talking to someone that's coming out, or maybe a junior or senior in high school, because you got a lot of folks that are, they're thinking about college, but they really can't afford it. And, Tri-C is the most affordable route to go. Mm-hmm. And they're thinking about, hey, I got to get a job. So how do you address that? Tell me what kind of jobs we're talking about here.
We're talking about advanced technology jobs that will exercise your capacity to deal with math, science, engineering, technology, non-smokestack type positions that will afford you not only a livable wage, but a sustainable wage. We're talking average dollars anywhere from $18 to $20 an hour and higher in some cases.
Okay.
While at the same time you are able to accrue a credential, a valuable credential, you can still pursue pathways towards an associate's degree, a certification, or even a 4-year degree. But get the credential. And while you're getting that credential, you can afford you and your family the opportunity for an economically sustainable wage.
And there are companies in Northeastern Ohio, as we speak, that are looking for those individuals that you just talked about.
Absolutely. In fact, my colleagues and I have launched an effort to go out and meet CEO-level individuals for major companies to not only discuss with them their challenges and issues, but how Tri-C can assist them in meeting those needs and prepare individuals for the future opportunities that these companies have.
There you go. There you go. I remember we did a show not too long ago dealing with auto mechanics that Tri-C is involved in. And I brought this up. You go into a dealership today, it's a whole new world.
Well, we can't train enough. I just spoke with our automotive faculty yesterday. We are looking to expand that program, which currently resides at our Western campus, and the growth opportunities are significant. Not only that, but we have a truck driving academy. We're now launching into a full transportation and logistics curriculum. We need space, we need programs, we need opportunities to respond to that particular industry. So the growth opportunities are there.
I like it. All right. Can you stay with us for another segment here?
Certainly.
Real good. William Gary on our live line. He is with Tri-C, Tri-C's Workforce, Community, and Economic Development Division. Let's go back to our live line, rejoin William Gary. Mr. Gary is with Tri-C's Workforce, Community, and Economic Development Division, talking about a grant they just received, Achieving the Dream, which is a national nonprofit dedicated to increasing community college students' success. As announced, it's beginning a 16-month initiative designed to build a manufacturing talent pipeline in 3 communities, and we're one of those communities. They're going to share about a $500,000 grant. And this all has to do with advanced manufacturing. We've been talking about this subject on the show for quite some time, and Tri-C is the place to go to get the skills that you need. I want to drive it to their website. It's T-R-I, that is, Tri-C.edu. And Mr. Gary's direct line is 216-987-3270. All right. Talk to me about this Idea Station I'm reading about, which is a 2,400 square foot hands-on learning lab. Sounds pretty interesting.
That's correct. Picture, if you will, a lab that affords individuals the opportunity to develop, create new products using a revolutionary process. We call it Fab Lab. Others call it Maker's Lab, where you can actually design a product, place that design in a piece of equipment that uses resin materials to produce a prototype. That prototype then can be further designed and enhanced to a full product design. This is completely revolutionary. If you will recall, last year we had a fabricated car on display here at Tri-C, and that car was fully produced using this process. What's revolutionary about it is that it saves costs, material costs, throwaway costs, and you can specifically design a product to specifications that heretofore would probably cause tremendous losses and scrap and et cetera. So this is revolutionary. This is where the industry is going. This is where our training needs to go so that we can prepare individuals for this new technology.
Did I hear you right? You made a car? You fabricated an entire vehicle?
No, we didn't. An organization that we are aligned with did, and they brought the car to Tri-C to display it, to display the technology so that individuals could see where this technology is going.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, large-scale stuff, engine parts for aircraft are being produced using this particular process.
Wow. How many people are involved in this learning lab right now at Tri-C?
My complete engineering staff, we're talking 40 people that are involved in our Manufacturing Center of Excellence. These are faculty members, program managers, engineers who on a day-to-day basis work with our students to get them exposed to this technology.
Nice, nice. Okay, you mentioned this Manufacturing Center of Excellence. I understand you're preparing to open a new section of this, or what? Explain this to me.
Well, this is a process by which Tri-C is moving forward in the field of education and workforce training. We are coupling our credit and non-credit programming and establishing centers of excellence that prescribe to a certain set of criteria. These centers of excellence must respond to in-demand industry sectors. They must be responsive to high-demand job opportunities. They have to meet certain educational and credentialing criteria in order to become a center of excellence. Mm-hmm. So currently we have 6. We have our Manufacturing Center of Excellence, which is due to open in the spring of next year. In fact, it's undergoing a complete renovation where we're bringing in new equipment, renovating the complete Unified Technology Center, which will now be called the Manufacturing Technology Center. State-of-the-art equipment. It's going to be beautiful. We're engaging employers. We're getting equipment coming in, new innovative processes. We have our Hospitality Center of Excellence. We have our Information Technology Center of Excellence. We have our Public Safety Center of Excellence, our Creative Arts Center of Excellence, our Nursing Center of Excellence. These are all areas designed to meet the in-demand job opportunities for those sectors that we believe drive the Northeast Ohio economy.
I'll tell you, it's the right place at the right time for you. It sounds like you're pretty glad that you came to Cleveland. It all seems to be happening here.
Well, it is, and I shared with you and your audience about a year or so ago the fact that when I joined Tri-C, it was as a result of the leadership, the visionary vision of our president, Alex Johnson, who, in my opinion, is probably one of the top leading presidents of community colleges throughout the nation. Tri-C, in my opinion, is in the top 5 of those institutions throughout the nation. And so we have a commitment not only to the community, but to our business partners.
And this organization, Achieving the Dream, we should just give a little clarification to our listeners, and that's the one that kind of prompted this whole interview with you today. This is a national nonprofit that's dedicated to helping more community colleges.
That's correct.
Like Tri-C, particularly low-income students and students of color stay in school and earn a college certificate or degree. And just to go on here, evidence-based, student-centered, and built on the values of equity and excellence, Achieving the Dream is closing the achievement gaps and accelerating student success nationwide. So that is a good thing. We hear so much about kids that leave school, and I work at the justice system downtown, and I say this all the time on the show. I could take anybody, and I do a lot of tours, to the Cuyahoga County Jail, and I will guarantee you 90% of those folks dropped out of high school.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's sad to see. It's sad to see. So there is a direct connection between education and success.
Absolutely. And in that vein, we are working with that system to transition those individuals who are at least level 1 felons to our training program so that they then can be included in the workplace. We're looking for industries that will receive these individuals if they receive the credentialing that the industries require. So this is a market that we need to begin addressing, and to a large extent, a lot of us make mistakes in some point in time. They should not be penalized for the rest of their lives because of those low-level offenses. And so we want to make sure that we train those individuals, that we equip them with the skill sets to move into these industry sectors that we've been discussing.
Mm-hmm. I look at it this way. This is a simplistic way. If you got a job and it's a good job, you're less likely to get in trouble.
Absolutely.
That's a way to look at it.
Absolutely.
Mr. Gary, thank you so much for joining us here on America's Work. Let's keep in touch on this. Let's make sure we fill those seats over there at the IDEA Station and the Manufacturing Center of Excellence. The jobs are there. The jobs are there. You go.
They are. They are, and I want to thank you for paying attention to this subject area and for addressing what we here at Tri-C are attempting to do and being responsive to our community needs.
All right, let me give the website again. It's tri-c.edu, and the phone number, 216-987-3270. They'll take you right to Mr. Gary. Mr. Gary, take care. Thank you so much. We'll keep in touch, I promise.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. All right. What a great idea. Achieving the Dream, creating pathways for careers in advanced manufacturing right here in Northeastern Ohio.